Guys, I don't like to be the heel. Believe it or not, I'm actually known in real life for being a pretty nice person. So I blame most of you guys actually for the reason why I'm not as nice online. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of you guys are horrible people. But, anyways, today I'm gonna try to enter my nice Connor mode. We're gonna pretend that he didn't get knocked out in the second fight. But yeah, I don't like to be mean. I'm a nice person, alright? So today I wrote a piece of code, very simple, so this is not a flex. Um, I'll even explain it and pretend like I don't have a midterm on Friday. So here is a list of every single MLB team. There it is. You got to run it first. And then here we have just a code to say we're going to randomize the order. So every time I run this code, it's a new order for all MLB teams. And then right here, we're going to set MLB array to be a certain order that's been randomized. So now that I've done that, MLB array does not change every time I think I run it. But now MLB array is a random order of all MLB teams. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to say something nice about every single MLB team to try to make amends for how blunt I've been with the stats recently. So the first team we're going to do is the Cincinnati Reds. Um, you guys you guys have a ton of perseverance. The way that you guys continue to go out there every day despite a very frustrating season, and every year I gotta admire it. And honestly, I like the fact that you guys traded away Jesse Winker. I feel like you guys should have traded away Castellanos last season. Obviously, now that he's a Philly, that's like the obvious move. But yeah, I like that you guys traded away Jesse Winker though. Get your value, and yeah. Also, Joey Votto's a really nice person. I got to take a picture with him, but it was like a group picture with the baseball team at school, and the dude who took the picture refused to send it to me, but it was still really cool. All right, second team, the Tampa Bay Rays. You guys are amazing at just getting value for all your payroll. You guys have a really small payroll, but a pretty darn big talent given the payroll. Obviously, that talent seems to have diminished since 2020, but you guys have still been up there. You guys have still been competitive every single day for cheap. It's a budget championship contending team. Gotta respect it. The New York Yankees. Your pitching lab is insane. Like, sometimes it feels like Clay Holmes is cheating, but in reality, Matt Blake is just that guy, it seems like. Yeah, Matt Blake is a free agent this offseason. Astros, Dusty Baker, his contract expires this season. Matt Blake, do you want to be a head manager? Number 4, Texas Rangers. I love that you guys are spending this off season. You guys got Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, an amazing middle infield. I love Corey Seager. I wish he signed with the Astros. Obviously, that didn't happen. But I love you guys. Love you guys. I don't. I love that you guys are willing to spend this off season. I love when teams spend, and that's what the Rangers are doing. They're saying we're done being the rebuilding team. We're gonna kick some butt. We're gonna pay and we're gonna kick some butt. Obviously, you guys are in a not a tough division, but you guys have a top 2 team over the past few years, with the exception of 2020 in your division. So that's gonna be a really hard mountain to climb. But you guys are making the effort to do it. Also, I love Jonah Heim. Do you guys want to send him to Houston, please? Number 5, Pittsburgh Pirates. Honestly, just like the Reds, I love how you guys are so perseverant. I love that you guys continue to go out there, and you guys are in a huge rebuild, but you guys are continuing to make moves, and a lot of them have been the right moves. Trading away McCutcheon for Brian Reynolds, amazing move. Trading away Tony Watson for Oneil Cruz, incredible, great. Number 6, the St. Louis Cardinals. I love that you guys give the fans what they want. Signing Albert Pujols this offseason. Everyone wanted to see him come back. And you guys are a contending team. Pujols, in the nicest way possible, is not that guy anymore. And so a lot of times when you guys are competing, you guys don't sign people who aren't, in their prime anymore, people who are aging, people who aren't producing. But you guys do it for the fans, which I think is really cool. And so far, it's not hurting you guys too badly. The Houston Astros. You guys are an amazing team. I love how the Astros can just lose a star player and replace them out of nowhere. That development is unmatched. Super fun team. They just know how to ball, and there's really nothing else to say around it. Probably in the past 5 years, with the exception of 2020, I don't think any team has had a better overall span. Number 8, the New York Mets. I love that you guys are spending just like with the Rangers, but you guys are spending even more. Steve Cohen said, we're going to do whatever we want with whatever money I have. I don't care about the Steve Cohen tax. We're gonna spend and we're gonna win. Now, are you guys doing it the right way? Not really. I think you guys are spending pretty foolishly, but at least you guys are spending. I love an owner who just says, we're gonna get this done. Do whatever you need to do. Let's get it done. Number 9, the Atlanta Braves. Alex Anthopoulos is the best deal maker in baseball. The way that he got Olsen for Pache basically at the center of that trade, the way he signed Ozzy to a very, very cheap deal that even despite Ozzy's average numbers, it still looks like a robbery for the Braves. Like, it's amazing. Acuna's being paid under market value. Matt Olson is closer to his market value, but still pretty well under in my opinion. So the way that Alex Anthopoulos could just do that, it's unbelievable. He's an amazing GM. He's my favorite GM, and I honestly do hope that one day I could work for him. He's just incredible. He puts up master classes every single move. The Toronto Blue Jays. Your fans are... No. Oh, Alejandro Kirk, dude. I don't know where he came from, but the way that you guys could just pull him up this year and he's like a top 1, 2, maybe 3 catcher is just incredible. He's amazing. I did not know until like a few weeks ago or a week ago that he does not speak English. That was very surprising. He seems like a great guy. I am going to Rogers Center for a Guardians game. I think it's the last game of the series in Toronto. So I hope to see you there, Alejandro, or George. I met Carlos after he became a Twin. I would love to meet you too, George Springer. Number 11, the Minnesota Twins. Speaking of Carlos, how did you guys just go from a bottom tier team last year to a top tier team in your division this year? It's amazing. And Buxton staying healthy, really friendly contract for him. Carlos Correa, not so friendly of a contract for him, but Arise, Buxton, Correa, that's a deadly trio, probably a top 5 trio in baseball. Number 12, the Baltimore Orioles. You guys are magical right now. Like, actually, you guys are doing pretty darn good. I'm very impressed. Was it the wall? Maybe, who knows? You guys are in a very tough division, obviously, but hey, I hope you and the Mariners could keep the Blue Jays out of the playoffs. So I'm rooting for you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys could, you guys are only 2 games behind as of the time of recording for this video. So good luck. 13, the Los Angeles Dodgers. I actually thought about this one. The Dodgers are just impeccable in the front office. I feel like a lot of what they do is overshadowed by the fact that a majority or a huge chunk of their talent has been bought through free agency or deadline trades, like with Trey Turner, Mookie Betts. Not a deadline trade, he's a rental trade. And then Freddie Freeman, Trevor Bauer. I feel like a lot of that overshadows what they actually do, though, because when they traded for Mookie Betts and for Trey Turner and Max Scherzer, they had to give up guys for him. And the fact that a lot of those guys that they give up aren't even close to the talent that they got back, like Alex Verdugo is nowhere near Mookie Betts, obviously, neither is Jeter Downs. Keeper Ruiz and Josiah Gray, they're not really living up to what their hype was right now, but they were highly touted prospects. And so I feel like the Dodgers obviously knew what was going on there. So ignoring Yordan Alvarez and O'Neal Cruz, I feel like the Dodgers have a very good gauge of how their talent and their farm is. And it's honestly really impressive, in my opinion, that their front office pays this much attention to their farm when their major league team is already as great as it is. And I feel like a lot of people don't really look at that, and they really should, because the Dodgers front office has been incredible, and it's very overlooked because of the money that they have. 14th, the Detroit Tigers. Thank you guys for hiring AJ Hinch. I hope you guys do well. I had you guys really high up heading to the season. Obviously, that's not playing out as well, but when your guys start to blossom, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, those two, and I hope AJ Hinch stays with you guys for a long time. When that happens, I'm excited to see what you guys can do. I really think that one day, obviously one day every team's going to have their chance. I think your chance is going to come up sooner than later, especially if Correa opts out from the Twins this offseason. San Diego Padres. You guys have a really fun ball club. I love the energy. I really miss Fernando Tatis Jr. I know Tatis wasn't the first to bring personality into the game, but when you think of personality in baseball, you think of Fernando Tatis Jr. He's just such a fun player. I hated watching him play, but now I really miss it, and I can't wait to see him back on the field. I can't wait to see him just hit bombs day in, day out. Number 16, the Chicago Cubs. You guys have the most catchy team song that I've ever heard. Like, go Cubs, go. Dude, that is so catchy. Like, I was devastated when you guys won the World Series, and then I heard that on my TV, and I was like, you know what? Heck yeah. In high school, I kind of made like a parody version for the Astros because it was just that catchy, and I would like literally walk around the hallways going, "Go Stros, go! Go Stros, go! Hey Houston, what do you say? The Stros are gonna win today." It was, yeah. Number 17, the Arizona Diamondbacks. You guys have the coolest park feature I've ever seen. I know some parks probably have it, I don't know, but I don't think any other park is really known for their pool like the Diamondbacks are. It's honestly, if there's ever a rich family like having an event at a Diamondbacks game at the pool and y'all have a +1, hit up my line, because dude, that pool is so nice. Like, before I die, I want to like swim in that pool during a baseball game. It used to be the Marlins, like the Marlins had an aquarium in the backstop, but I think they took that out, so now it's the Diamondbacks pool. The Boston Red Sox. What do the Boston Red Sox really have? I like how last year you guys were able to, kind of overcome the odds. Nobody expected you guys to beat the Rays. And I don't think many expected you guys to beat the Yankees after a very discouraging latter half of the season. You guys started hot and then blew a 10-game lead in the AL East, and then suddenly you guys were in the wild card. I was hoping that you guys would beat Garrett Cole and stuff, but there was no part of me that actually thought you guys would do that until the game started. You guys did amazing, and yeah, you guys fell short, but hey, you guys put up a good fight in the ALCS too, and I would not be surprised, especially with the expanded playoffs, if we get a rematch this year in the ALCS. A lot of teams are saying, or a lot of people are saying, Yankees, Astros, ALCS for sure. It could very well be Red Sox, Yankees, Red Sox, Astros. It depends on how the format goes. Number 19, the Milwaukee Brewers. You guys were on the winning end of the most lopsided trade in sports history. We don't have to talk about who was on the losing end of that trade. Cleveland Indians, Guardians. I'm sorry, I copy and pasted this. This is supposed to say Guardians. The Guardians are very fun right now. I love what you guys have going right now, with Shane Bieber kind of just being there, Miles Straw kind of just being there, J Ram obviously as good as he is, Josh Naylor just being there in the right times, Framil Reyes. You guys have a very overlooked club, I feel like, and I know the record is not doing great right now, but it's a great it's a great dynamic, and I feel like just watching the Guardians play this season, you can never really say, yeah, they're for sure going to lose a game, because at any point they really could just win a game. They have a pretty good lineup that if they just keep themselves going, it's scary. Um, but yeah, and I mean, you guys had to do something right for J Ram to say, I'd rather lose $100 million and stay in Cleveland. So your team dynamic must be amazing for him to be doing that. 21, the Seattle Mariners. Jerry DiPoto is absolutely crazy, and I honestly have to respect how the fans can, get behind their players even when it doesn't look too great. Like when Toro was traded for Graveman and Montero, the fact that the Seattle fan base was so adamant on them actually winning that trade, I think it was pretty funny and pretty respectable how they just backed their team up, given that a few years ago a lot of us didn't really know they had fans. Uh, but yeah, and also I love how Jerry DiPoto is just fearless. He does not care about team control. He'll just let you go if he needs to, if he wants to make a trade, if he thinks it helps them more than hurts them at the right times. He won't care if you have team control or not. And that's especially evident with Edwin Diaz, trading away Edwin Diaz and Robinson Cano to get rid of the payroll. It was great. It was genius. Obviously, Jared Kelenic is not doing great, but I mean, if he does live up to that potential, it's worth the team control that was lost for Edwin Diaz. 22, San Francisco Giants. You guys have the best park that I've ever been to. I've only been to 2 parks, but yeah, I love SF. Your park is amazing. I feel like the Coke slide was a letdown because as a kid, I thought there was actual Coke that I was going to slide through. That was not the case. But you guys are, for the most part, really fun. Security is okay, I guess. Very green grass. I think I saw somewhere that you guys have the greenest grass in the MLB. So that's really cool. Your bleacher creatures are extremely wild though. But yeah, for Philadelphia Phillies, I love that, again, just like with the Rangers, you guys are spending again. And I love the experiment that you guys have going on right now. Like the Phillies decided to ditch defense and for some part pitching as well, and they went full offense. And while the offense hasn't been showing up, they still have been doing pretty good, given that the offense has been struggling based off expectations. So once it clicks, I feel like the Phillies are going to be showing the world that you might not need pitching or defense if you have a bunch of offense. So I like how they're doing that. It's revolutionary, and it might change the sport for years to come. The Los Angeles Angels. I like how you guys were able to get Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. It's very good. Y'all did great there. I love it how you guys recognize your needs and are trying to approach them, especially vis-a-vis pitching, with Reed Detmers being drafted and caught up ASAP basically. You guys drafted 20 pitchers in one draft? I don't even know. You guys know what you guys need, and you guys are trying to address it. Now you guys are doing a decent job in regards to actually addressing it, but you guys are making the effort, and you gotta at least recognize your flaws before you can fix them, and you guys have definitely done that. The Kansas City Royals. You guys have a beautiful stadium, actually. I love Kauffman Stadium. It looks so nice. I love the blueness in the area. And I love how you guys aren't afraid to try to make a team. you guys getting Michael A. Taylor. Now Cashman's trying to get him. You guys got Andrew Benintendi a few years ago through trade, and now a lot of Yankee fans want him. You guys built yourself some value to give out at the deadline to better your team. The Nationals. Juan Soto is very good, and also with the Royals, you guys signing Nelson Cruz. We all know you're gonna trade him away at the deadline, but you guys signed him just to trade him away. Now you're gonna get prospects for a signing that you're not gonna have to pay a lot for it. You guys have to pay half of that contract because Nelson Cruz will be going to a different team at the deadline, and then you're getting prospects as well, and you didn't have to give up any prospects, so you're not harming your future at all. Instead, you're having a no-loss, complete beneficial transaction with Nelson Cruz. I love that. It's innovative. The Chicago White Sox. Oh, you guys have the best player in baseball with Kendall Graveman. Amazing. And honestly, your GM must be an absolute rhetoric master. If he could convince Kendall Graveman to come to the White Sox after Tony La Russa just called for his head in his last game, I mean, that's some convincing he had to do, and he did it. So it's impressive. Oakland Athletics, you guys have the second best ballpark that I've ever been to, and honestly, your security is really nice. And I'm sorry, for the A's, there's really not much there is to say about their front office. I feel like their front office is just imploding, but I do love the environment at the ballpark for the most part. I love getting heckled. I love the security. The security is super nice. You could talk with them, and you could just be amicable. And it's really nice. I love how private the games are, basically. The Colorado Rockies. Coors Field is sexy, and it provides the league with a lot of home runs, and they need those home runs because, like it or not, baseball compared to the other two sports, is starting to decline, and they need more home runs. Coors Field provides that, and also signing Chris Bryant. I like the dedication again with the other teams. I like the dedication after a very bad season. You're like, we're gonna make some moves. And last time when you traded Nolan Arenado away, you guys were under a different management, and now with new management, you're like, we're gonna win. This is not who we are anymore. We're gonna win. We're gonna make moves. Rockies fans, believe it. We're gonna make moves. We're gonna get you guys a fun team, a contending team. We want that for you. And they're starting to care more about the fans. I love that. Last team, the Marlins. Great signing for GM a few years ago, Kim Ng. Not really sure what she's done, actually. But, she fleeced us, actually, with Yimi Garcia and Brian De La Cruz. But, yeah, I love that you guys were the team to do that. I think it's really important that we have a woman manager now, and I'm excited to see what she does in the future, especially in the condition that the team is in right now, where they're rebuilding. During a rebuild, that's when the GMs shine the most. So she has the opportunity right now, and let's see her make the most out of it. But yeah, that's all 30 teams. I hope you guys liked it, I guess. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. My mouth is really dry now. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to post this. So a lot of the stuff that I say is outdated. Like with the Guardians right now, they're at 500. If they're 3 games above 500 by the time I post this, my bad. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, I'm nice McGregor now, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to stay tuned for more of whatever this video is, feel free to subscribe right here. If you guys just want to check out some more videos right now, this is my most recent upload. Again, thank you guys for watching, and as always, it is Stro season all season.